Hey, Toolman here. I'm going to be doing a hammer basics here for some of you guys. I've got a variety of hammers here on the table, and we'll go through their uses just briefly so you've got an idea of all the different types of hammers that are available out there. Over here on the left, there's a jeweler's hammer. As you can see, it's got flat sides. It's small. And that's, meant for flattening things, for lightweight. Jeweler's hammer. And I got a variety of ball peen hammers. Ball peen meaning this is the peen part here. And these came out in the late 1800s when they used rivets instead of nuts and bolts to secure things, and you'd peen over the end of the rivet so it would be secure. These are also used by machinists, metalworkers, and blacksmiths. You can see they come in a variety of different sizes, small to very large. Skip ahead to a really large one. I use this a lot for metalwork. It's a monster. Does a good job though. Let's move on to a couple specialty hammers. These are upholsterer's hammers. You can see this has got a size here and then a little larger one here. There's a wooden one. This is a little older one. This is a metal one, or called tack hammers. So it has a little claw on the back to remove tacks. This is an all metal shaft with two wood inlays here. And here's a couple hammers that are used to adjust things. This is a rawhide hammer or rawhide mallet. The casing here holds two pieces of rawhide that have been wrapped with the hammer, so when you strike something it doesn't leave a mark. This is pretty old. This is was my dad's hammer back in the 40s. But nowadays they elect to go with a compound like this plastic hammer, pretty common. And I've used this a lot. It's pretty beat up. This is a great neck. And lastly is a rubber mallet. Okay, obviously use this for a lot of things, but you won't scar or mar the object you're hitting. Here's another auto hammer. This is a bodywork hammer. There's lots of different types of these. Some of them have a curved snout. Others, this is flat for working on the inside of metal. And then of course this is so you can get a reach inside to knock something out. That's an auto hammer. And moving on here, here's a hand sledge hammer or mallet. It's a 5-pound for demolition work. Works great. I use that a lot. Here's a welder's hammer. It's got a point on here to knock the build-up on the welds off and to clean off welds. A welder's hammer. Here's a specialty hammer. This one goes back to early 1900s, I believe. This is a combination little hatchet and a pick and a pry bar, and of course then a hammer here. So kind of unique. It's all metal, and there's a wood inlays. And of course claw hammers. You're familiar with them. Everybody's got one of these claw hammers or construction hammers. There's another one here. This one has a fiber handle, however, and this is of course a metal handle. Here's one of my favorites. This is an early claw hammer, but this is made regionally in Pennsylvania. Somebody made it. It dates back to the late 1700s. You see the claws are on a really sharp angle. But this is made in a local foundry. It's not mass produced. So it's an interesting little hammer. I think it's the original wood on it. And here's another hammer here. This is a blacksmith's hammer. Got a short handle, but this thing weighs a couple pounds. Good. There's this part that you could use to form metal. Here's a geologist or a rock hammer. Obviously a long piece here for breaking up rock. Use this quite a bit. And then finally we're going to wrap up with mallets, wooden mallets. These wooden mallets obviously are used on woodwork, and they are used to strike wooden bolts or wooden shaves for the wood, or for chisels. These particular ones. There's another one. This little other version, and of course the monster here. This is rosewood. This has been used a lot. It's been abused, but it's a unique piece. It just has a replacement handle on it. And last but not least, here is a shingle hammer that has a notched top on it to make marks, set the nails, and then here's the head. You can see how it's very narrowly tapered, almost like an axe, but it's for splitting shingles. And finally is a common hand axe, and I only include this because it's got a flat, blunt surface that you could use as a hammer, although we don't recommend it again. So there's your review of Hammers 101, and hope you enjoyed it.